much, yeah, even modded PCs.
Not 3 PCs worth of build, isn't it?
Because I need to build one myself.
A display one, really.
Yeah.
I refuse to build one.
And then he's built one
built
already.
One. Yeah.
Using the Phanteks case.
Yes, that's a very, very nice case.
And there's sponsored stuff from Cooler Master, Power Supply.
Cooler!
Master.
There's
the
G-Skill RAM.
G-Skill RAM.
What else is there?
Thermaltake all-in-one cooler.
Yeah. The Water 3.0.
Mm.
There's also the
Patriot SSD.
Yep, so thanks Patriot.
Yeah, I
Thanks
think that's it really. Because everything else
Skill.
I bought myself really.
Yeah, so what's your experience about that? What do you think so far?
Well, when's the last time you built a PC? It was like 15 years ago, wasn't it?
Probably 15, 20 years ago was the last time I really built a PC, and yeah, everything's nice. The new case is nice. I like the new ways of how modular it is now, and how neat and tidy. It's well thought out now, the layouts.
Yeah.
And there's little holes you can slip cables through now,
Yeah.
so we can make it tidier. But it's just the whole process of missing 20 years of technology build. I mean, inserting the RAM, inserting the graphics card, yeah, simple. But then I stopped building PCs when they started releasing the CPUs, the Intel CPUs with the my ones were the pins on the chip.
Pentium 4.
Yeah.
So that was almost like 5 generations.
Yeah. So now the pins are on the board. I mean, I was looking at the board and looking at the chip. I was like, so which way round does it go?
Yeah.
You know.
There's like
Those pins were the same thing though as before. You had that problem before.
Oh no, but they won't go in. If the pin, if you had it around
There's a
round,
notch,
they won't
isn't
go
it?
in. But then with the chip now, there's a little arrow on the bottom left corner.
yeah.
A tiny arrow. Apparently that goes with the bottom left corner and it has to
But
go
then
that
there's a
way.
notch as well. There's a notch on top.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. And so the difference between building the PC back then and building it now, lots have changed, isn't it? Like,
It's simpler in a way. I mean, if I have more experience now with the new builds, so it is simpler than before.
but with all the hardware, it was a little bit confusing at first. But once you get into the rhythm with it, right?
Yeah, I put everything together and then I forgot to put the water cooler on. Which
Yeah.
meant taking the motherboard off because you need a bracket on the damn back of the motherboard.
He literally spent 3 hours putting it together, and then he's like, "Fuck!"
I was like, no. I inserted the water cooler, everything, and I got the thing, and I was like, how come it's not
Sticking on.
How do you stick this damn thing on? And it was like, ding. It's like
there's a
this
bracket behind the motherboard, and
Yeah.
you've got to screw through. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to take it apart again to do that,
Yeah.
and then it wouldn't boot.
We found out it was a problem with the RAM.
Eventually, yeah. No, not the
Oh,
RAM.
no, RAM
It's the RAM
slots.
slots on the
It's RAM
motherboard I
slots.
bought. So yeah, I could RMA it, but
And what motherboard?
it's a Asus 710 Pro Gaming Aura. It's pretty new,
Yeah.
but the slots 1 and 2 are dead. So I'm using slots 3 and 4 now. But
Mm-hmm.
I could either RMA it, take it apart, or I was thinking of waiting for a Kaby Lake.
But 3 and 4 still works, right?
Yeah.
So
So I've got 8 gigs of each stick, so 16
16
gigs,
gig.
but only single channel now.
It's a waste
Which
though,
to
isn't
me,
it?
it doesn't make
actually,
any
no, it's
difference.
dual channel, isn't it?
Single. I think it's
But-
single.
But if you have 2 RAM in slots, then it should be dual.
But it's 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Yeah, I think that's the configuration, that's how I work it out.
Yeah.
If you had 2 6 and you want it dual channel, you need it in 1 and 3. Like that.
So the dual channel slots are buggered. Oh.
Yeah. Half of the dual channels are buggered. So I was thinking of getting a Kaby Lake because the theory is Kaby Lake will keep the same sockets. Kaby Lake, the new next generation Intel chips, and they will basically Skylake chips will be able to use it.
So the same socket then?
Yeah.
1151?
Yeah, and so the Skylake chips, which I got, can use it.
Oh, that's all right.
So I was thinking of upgrading it anyway when it comes up. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll probably just get a better one. But then I picked the motherboard. I picked the Asus one, the Aura one.
Mhm.
And to be honest, the performance-wise is great.
You
but-
had some overclocking, didn't you?
Yeah, but I'll tell you about that. But then the actual Aura part of it is disappointing.
The lights, you mean?
Yeah.
Is it LED lights?
Yeah.
Is it RGB?
It's RGB and about 12 LED lights on the side, and that's it. There's no headers for RGB slots, which I thought there was. There's nothing else glows apart from this little audio channel thing, and that's it. So
Like
it's a bit of a disappointment, the Aura
Right,
part.
right.
It just seems a bit too much bother, man. This is a lot of work for just a computer. Just buy
I think it's more hobbyist, kind of
Yeah.
build your own type of thing. But then, tell us more about the overclocking. So you got the what chip?
the 6600K.
K.
So that's
i5.
3.5 gigabyte as standard,
Mhm.
and I use the Asus automatically to optimize software to overclock it.
But remember the overclocking procedures back in the day, and overclocking now.
Yeah,
now it's much
easier. Much easier. It's just press a button and wait 5
I
minutes.
still don't get what's the point in overclocking.
It basically the chip runs faster, and then the performance you get out of it is almost as good as a Broadwell
Yeah,
in terms of speed.
I'm on
wise.
4.8.
Yeah,
And
so
how
it
much
makes
is a
your
Broadwell?
Facebook go faster.
No, it's meant to go faster in terms of rendering, right? You
Yeah.
got the scene bench test. You do
Yeah,
that?
I haven't done that one yet.
But he doesn't edit.
Yeah, I guess. But what you're getting is you buy a cheaper chip to get the same performance as a more expensive chip. That's the whole point, I think, for the overclocking, I guess.
So I managed to get 4.8 on standard V core, 4.8 gig, and I managed to hit the standard RAM speed, which was like 3,200 megahertz. on
You
tight
got
timings.
that. You got that speed.
On tight timings.
Wow. So G-Skill, not bad.
Yeah, I get the fastest RAM in the world, isn't it? Trying to delay.
Yeah, they claim to be, and
Yeah.
they have some demos showing that.
So
Yeah.
we got it. I got it tight timing. So basically, that motherboard for overclocking is pretty damn good.
Mm.
And I got the MSI GTX 1060 6 gigabytes
Default
gaming
performance.
X. There's no default. It already comes in gaming mode, and then you can press it as overclock mode.
Did you play any games on
I
there?
played Doom, that Doom demo that was on there.
Oh yeah, any good?
It gave me a headache.
But that wasn't really computer though. That was because he
It's a
just
screen.
he hasn't played like
Games
PC
like that for
gaming
years.
for a
Ah,
long
right,
time.
right. So
So
you have to
give me
get
a
used to the speed and the refresh rates,
Yeah.
right? And you had to go with it a super wide.
29-inch ultra wide display.
Tell us more about that. How does it
That's a
work?
beautiful display though.
21:9 ratio, so you can pit
That is the
three
way to
windows
do it.
side by side.
See,
Where before, remember we used to have
three
217.
monitors or
Yeah.
two monitors together.
One display can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite funky, really.
So-
two HDMI inputs, but no internal speakers. That's the only thing. But I don't mind having no internal speakers. Because I can figure those out. But the problem is, you go on websites, you go everywhere, and a million people ask the same question: does this model come with speakers? Because there's no
Which-
proper specs that said
What's-
it doesn't come with
What
speakers.
speakers?
So people have
Oh,
bought
for the
this
monitor, yeah,
thinking
yeah,
it's
yeah,
had
the
indoor
monitor.
speakers, and then everyone's going, how come there's no sound coming from my 29 ultra wide, the LG?
It implies it has
Yeah.
speakers because it says it has audio ports.
Yeah,
You could input audio ports into it.
HDMI in it.
Yeah.
It's got audio,
Right.
but it's got an output port.
And there's got a headphone jack
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
But most monitors these days, they come with HDMI in for the monitors, but there's never been
No, but
real speakers.
there's no actual proper specification to say it doesn't.
Alright.
Yeah.
So everybody's bought it as saying, how come there's no sound coming from my speakers? And I literally trolled through pages and pages of forums until I finally found one that said, no, the 29 doesn't come with speakers.
So there's another model which comes with speakers then.
32.
Alright, the bigger ones.
32.
So with the 29-inch model monitor, how would that fit your needs? I mean, you do a lot
What
of
is-
video stuff and
Well, it's not even that. It's just back in the day, you always need two monitors, right?
Yeah.
I think everyone who uses one. I use one monitor now,
yeah.
and I'm used to it. But I still remember the days when I had two 17 monitors, which is technically smaller than what I have what now, right?
the resolution, yeah.
But I couldn't live without the two monitors because
Yeah.
it's so much easier just
Remember
to work
back
with.
in the day, 17 hitting 1024. That was it. No, that's not
Yeah.
excellent. And then you now have two, so it's like 20, whatever.
It would have been massive though.
Yeah.
Massive bezels on the
Because
side.
I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if you use Control Tab, but then my hand basically sits on Command Tab
All the time.
constantly. Because I'm like, because you got all
Shortcuts,
these tabs
shortcuts.
open, and then you're like switching apps all the time because you're going from here to here, here to here, here to here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like to have a big view of, because I do web design and editing as well. So your timeline for one needs to be long.
Oh, so imagine, imagine that. So you have a super wide monitor, then you can have like split into three, or even have a one super wide one.
I can see the whole video versus I can have to zoom in, then zoom out, then zoom in, then zoom out, then
Oh,
zoom
yeah.
in, then zoom out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
it's cheap. It was only $1,800 or
So
$700.
it's 200 US around there.
It's cheap. It is a
Not
very
bad,
cheap,
actually.
very cheap.
It's good.
It's a good price.
You can pay $200 for like £200 for
Yeah.
I know.
17-inch
I
monitors.
couldn't resist. I mean, I picked up the motherboard, the CPU, and the graphics card on the same day. It was the IT fest in Sunshine Bowl.
Oh, right,
And
every
basically-
year.
Yeah, so basically, these three bits I spec together online on a Hong Kong retailer, Centerfield,
Yeah.
and it came to 6,200 Hong Kong dollars. But when in that day, that came to 5,700.
So $600 you can get
Yeah.
the chip, the board, the graphics card,
Just fix
and
a big saving.
the savings. Yeah.
So I picked up then. I mean, I might as well. I picked up another 2T hard drive to go with it, you know, just for storage and things like that. What are you doing?
No, it's a power pack thing.
I thought you were powering it up already. Oh, you haven't plugged it in.
It's plugged in. It's a bit weird. There you
You see, like, okay, and it's gone.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I saved a few hundred Hong Kong dollars just that week because I bought it that week.
What did you say?
What?
Sorry.
So yeah,
And
Right.
Windows
And
is still shit.
and then I bought, and then I got, and then the thing
We've got Windows 10 on here.
The thing about Phanteks was it has RGB headers on it in the case.
RGB headers on the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, those-
Two. So
those are
basically,
controller.
I bought the Phanteks RGB strips, which are actually recommended to come in 40 centimeters, 1 meter, 1.5. I bought 2 1 meters, which is quite long because 40 is about the length of
Can
the
you
case.
actually cut it?
I'm not sure, but I probably
Yeah.
can. But then the
Okay.
best thing about these ones are they got magnets on the back.
Oh, so you can put them around the.
You don't have to like peel that shit and stick it on and then have to peel it off. It's actually it's like weak magnets that actually on the sides.
Right.
So it's actually very good in that sense. So they're a bit more expensive, but they're actually quite worth it. I think I picked about
That makes sense. Phanteks lighting to go with the Phanteks case,
yeah,
right?
they make that.
So with that, did they plug into the motherboard?
They plug in the header and off the motherboard.
Right.
There's one CPU fan header
Mm-hmm.
into the motherboard, goes to the controller. The controller then comes off 3 fans
Yeah.
and 2 RGBs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all right. So overall, you happy with the build, or are you thinking there's more that you could do?
There's
to
more.
It? Yeah.
'Cause,
Tell us more. You're gonna do to it.
Got to water cool the graphics card.
What a cooling.
Will that do anything though? That's-
Oh, you ramp it up like crazy.
Yeah, I think he's read some guy who overclocked the 1060 to like I don't know how many gigahertz.
10,800. I'm on
So-
1,600 something.
So yeah. it's like Max powering your car. Remember that magazine, Max Power?
Max
And they put the super chip in, and they put the exhaust, and they put the mushroom cloud, the what do you call it?
Mushroom cloud.
The mushroom intercooler thingy.
The air filter.
Air filter suction thing.
He's talking about the K9 filter.
Yeah, remember that?
I never.
Yeah, I did. I used to mod some of your car, didn't you?
I might buy some.
Mod my car, hit my ride. But yeah, so yeah, you're gonna do the watercooling on your graphics card.
Change the cabling.
Oh, cabling. Now I thought that we go to Central Triple and get some neon.
He
or
conned me.
Those SATA cables, right? Those.
He said you can get neon one SATA cables and white SATA cables and no shop sold those.
How does it become neon? Is it just the material?
I have no idea.
It's just a color. It's like the neon orange and green. But what happens is, you look at it, it's just plain neon color, right? But when you have UV light in it, it goes. You know what I mean?
Also, it's got the UV pigments inside.
In
the
pigments,
back.
yeah. So if you have a UV tube or lamp or LED, and it'll just glows like crazy. It's nice.
Mm.
So
They're so distracting. I mean, his case looks nice. But I'm looking at his computer. I'm like, why is it so flashy?
I like it. And then I'm also thinking of getting a internal LCD to put in, so you can show the stats. Like show
and
my
what's that brand that we can get?
Lilliput.
Lilliput is a German brand, right? That sounds like a German brand.
No idea.
No idea.
Don't give it.
I think
I don't
you
give
can
a
get
fuck.
one of those, and
If I can get a China brand that does the same thing at half the price, I'll get the China brand.
but it uses USB as the input.
I don't know how to figure these out.
Probably it's going to plug in because the motherboards generally have headers on it
Yeah.
for the data output for these displays.
Oh, so that'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
All that kind of stuff.
So for me, I got the Thermaltake P3. So I did some. You've probably seen on our website. I'm doing some color on that spraying.
He sprayed it.
So it's going to be an orange and white theme. So I'm looking at
Where did you get the orange and white theme from?
our website. Check out that.
I thought it was a kind of tango.
So yeah, it should look okay. We got the approval.
Of what? Tango?
No, I mean you too. You say you're looking okay.
No, you end up wearing.
But we haven't
It's like,
Well,
what?
we haven't actually built the damn thing yet because it's still waiting for the paint to dry.
Yeah.
And the lacquer to dry. So hopefully we'll do another video
Yeah.
with us building it, the case now, not the whole system. It's ready for the components.
And we'll have to venture up to China.
Yeah, the components will include the board, the graphics card, which hopefully I'll be using the Radeon now, maybe. Yeah, and then I'm not going to water cool the Radeon, pain in the ass. But the CPU maybe.
So you don't need water cooling in it then?
Just the CPU.
But you're not using it all in
has
one
to have
then?
a water cooling for.
So you're not using it all in one then?
No, but that's on the test rig. Also, which we'll just done the video on, is the Lian Pitstop T60 test bench. Yeah, T60 test bench.
Also having conventional water cooling in the P3.
Yeah, proper reservoir radiators.
We'll have to go to China though.
Yeah, check out some
But
of
who
the
are you going
parts.
to cool it?
That's one thing. So I went shopping with you guys both for all this computer accessories and stuff. Hong Kong is so disappointing, man.
You have one
In
choice.
terms of water cooling components, yeah.
Yeah, for that Samsung pole, the location we go for all things tech, right?
There's only one or two,
Just one or two, and,
Yeah.
and they're
and there's only one brand they sell, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's the EK,
Oh, Ryzen Tech.
Origin Tech, yeah.
even like all the keyboards we've been looking at and all the rest of the accessories, they tend to like stick to one direction and one direction only. They don't like to diverse and someone offering something different. They just all sell the same thing in every single shop, and they're all arguing over $10. The price
Or
difference.
less than that.
Yeah.
But what about the keyboard that you wanted to get? Remember, you said you wanted you had the Steel Series one, right?
I had a
It's a
Steel
good
Series
board.
one.
A good board.
It's a very good keyboard, but then my desk is small, right? And
Literally
I'm used.
big.
Yeah, I'm used to the wireless Bluetooth Mac keyboard,
Yeah, no,
which is handy and I can store it away and everything. And then you give me this monster freaking keyboard,
with RGB,
which is like 3 times the size of my keyboard. I was like, I tried it for like a week trying to use it. And I was like,
Come,
I
fit
get
it.
90% of these
But
buttons.
if
I
you
don't even know what
get
to do with
if
it.
you get a full size keyboard that is without the number pad, just the keys, right?
I literally just need the center keys. I don't need the F keys. I don't need the number pad. I don't need the print screen.
Yeah.
or
So
backspace.
literally like a laptop keyboard then, size.
Yeah, yeah. So you got the Ducky, you got all the, you got the Poker 3, the self-build ones.
Yeah.
But then they're not cheap either because you have to
But
solder.
then, you want programmable buttons on them, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
that's the hardest part. Because
Yes,
it's
I
a
have a
short
Razer
keyboard.
mouse and their software is shit. It's decided to not work on my Mac for after the update, but the mouse still
Seriously,
works.
So in other words,
Seriously,
there's a lesson
That
here.
was my original.
Don't upgrade
Razer
it if it's not broke, right? So,
one. But then the rival one you give me,
yeah, the rival.
big red letters, critical update, must press this button to continue.
Okay,
So I pressed the button and it killed the mouse.
so
So just don't update anything.
yeah.
But then trying to use their software to update the programmable keys, and it's so bloody hard. I don't.
Did it have any Mac software with it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has
did it?
Mac.
Oh, right. I didn't
And you gave me the SteelSeries one specifically because it said
Mac keys.
Mac supported Mac
Mac.
keys, and this guy.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
okay, so I'll give it a go. And no, it's horrible. It's just the software is horrible. And they made it so difficult.
Mm.
And then I started researching on keyboards and everything. But there's this whole big community out there making these home-built keyboards, not home-built keyboards, custom-built keyboards, and they're so easy to program, and they're so customizable. You can have like 6 layers of keys.
Can you actually buy the keys itself? You know what I mean? To
Cherry keys, yes, you can, and then you
To-
buy the different style of keycaps
yeah.
to match your own
And
style.
how will that? So you still need a keyboard chip, don't you? Right?
So
You can buy those
So
kits
So most of these custom build ones are Arduinos.
with kit, so you can just build it yourself.
So they etch the boards for you, put the resistors on there for you.
Yeah.
So you get the key, the cap, the board, and then you have to put them like those 3 together. So you have to solder, but then only the 2 soldering heads. Yeah.
So you actually been playing around with that? What do you call it?
Arduinos.
Arduinos.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think it's really good.
A lot of people out
I've
there
built-
has been using programmable Raspberry Pis and Arduinos and that.
Well,
Build
for
boards.
one, I put away the SteelSeries super duper keyboard, and then I built myself this little tiny
Thing.
keyboard with 15 keys on it.
So
and I
how-
can do more with that than the rest of the SteelSeries.
Hold on, you can actually program just like a pad with shortcuts,
Yeah,
couldn't you?
I can do more with that with free software than I can do with how much is that keyboard? SteelSeries $160.
$160.
Yeah.
That's stupid price though.
I mean, I don't mind paying that for the build quality because the keys are really nice.
Yeah,
the build's really nice,
Yeah.
and the lights are nice. Right.
But I think for your purpose, I think custom build is probably the way you want to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, Steel Studios and that, they're designed for gaming, PC gaming, support for Mac, yes, but
PC gamers are tweakers, right? So if you make the software as simple as possible and as programmable as possible, then people will start buying that product. They don't need that fancy software, which is why I had to stop using it. Yeah.
There you go.
So, but that's my, as far as I went into the PC realm, it was as far as a keyboard and mouse. Yeah.
Also, we have to set a date to go to China then. Because you've been busy at work with work and stuff for the weekends.
I mean, I can go to China anytime I want. It's just we need to go up there to get bits what we want to get.
Watercooling, but I need to measure up.
There's one place I know. It's watercooling.com.cn. It's probably vendor sponsored website, but they do a lot of European brands. EK.
Are they up there?
Yeah, coolants. There's the frozen PC one, and then
because they can't ship the coolants down to Hong Kong.
No, they can't. You have to carry yourself, and then the risk is it's up to you. I did it myself.
That's not that too bad.
Yeah.
But what's this? Oh, it's
coolant.
soy milk.
It's a
baby formula.
Yeah. What's this blue stuff then? It's
lubricant.
It's Red Bull.
It's lubricant.
Drink some.
Yeah. So yeah, because that place is all the videos that we done in Sunjun was actually But, right, which is all the phones and stuff like we saw in the video. This place is the next block down, a different station, which is just off kind of diagonally.
Yeah, but then next
PC
station in China is like literally about 10 miles down the road.
It's not too bad.
It's like 45 minutes walk.
It is a few miles between train stations.
It's crazy up there.
But it's that place only sells PC stuff, and I looked at it. There's some crazy water cooling things as well. I thought the scene wasn't as big. I thought it was just like PC builds for gaming or PC builds for home office and stuff like that. I went up there, it's like, what the hell? They sell more stuff up there than in Sumshipo in terms of the modding and DIY and stuff like that.
They should do.
Yeah, crazy.
A bit more open though. Yeah. There to tweak and build their own.
I did ask one of the shop dealers, and they said, "Oh, do you get many Hong Kongers come over to buy that kind of stuff?" He says they do sometimes, and then they realise that if they ship it back to Hong Kong, there's a customs issue, there's the customs tax. You're better off just going up there, buying it, and then just taking it back down. So
So we have to go up there with an empty rucksack
then. Rucksacks,
yeah. And the only problem with that was that the shop dealer says a lot of the European brands that they stock, they don't have the full range. They have the catalogue, so in other words, if you want to order, they can order for you. It might take 2 or 3 weeks shipping, 2 weeks, and then.
If you do that, though, might as well buy it yourself.
Yeah,
directly.
Well, I did it online. I checked online with, for example, XSPC, and this is it's going to cost you the water block, CPU block was £75, right? Shipping, blah blah blah. It'll cost you over £100, right? So.
Is that because it's so heavy? Because of the copper, probably.
Yeah, and you need to declare it because it's a copper block material. So I went up there because they're authorized China reseller. I got it for 700 RMB, which is £70. So I actually got a £5 off.
Probably less than 70.
Yeah. Actually, no. 700, but I actually got it for 600.
Oh, he bargained.
600, yeah.
He showed his ass.
And the guy was pretty helpful, much helpful than the local Hong Kongers. But yeah, he had the Helix thing that you wanted. It's there.
I'm not sure.
And they had the sleeve cables, the power cables, the PCIe ones. They had only the white and black ones. So if you want the multicolored ones,
no, it's okay.
You have to order.
I went to Togo just now and I found my purple ones I wanted.
Right.
SATA cables for like $10 each, $100 each.
Yeah.
They do me.
How good are you with cable tidying?
I'm pretty good.
I fucking hate it.
I'm okay.
I just re-tidied all my cables in my bedroom.
his Phanteks case system looks great, right? But because it's got tempered glass on both sides.
What the fuck for all that?
One side was great looking.
What the fuck for putting a tempered glass on the back?
On the other side, it was like cables.
Why do people want to see the back of a fucking PC?
But then, because there you don't do much cabling, right? But then, how much cabling do you do from your, say, MacBook to your, I don't know, NAS to your...
If you look under my desk, you think it'd be super messy, but then It's not. It's the cable.
How do
Generally,
you tidy your cables? Do you use like the plastic twisty things, or do you use the cable ties?
no, I usually use boxes.
Boxes. What do you mean?
So you have a box in for the extension cord.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just shove all the cables
Oh,
inside.
like the ones you see in the office tables, right? You just check
It's a
everything.
shoebox.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
It's called a shoebox with two.
It's like
two
Pandora's box. If you open it, you're like, what the fuck? But you don't never open it, right?
Okay. Because I remember you can get those. They're not cable ties. They're cable wraps.
Yeah, like
wraps.
you get Velcro wrap. I tried those before, but then what happens is you spend hours wrapping everything, and then you forget one cable,
Okay.
and then you're like,
Which is exactly the same as the Phanteks. The Phanteks inside had those Velcro wraps.
Yeah.
And then one cable killed it because the
Yeah.
motherfucking power cable for the motherboard is that thick. And he put it there and just couldn't wrap around it anymore. I was like,
Fuck.
that doesn't make sense. That one doesn't even go around that one cable.
it's like I need 1 more millimeter.
Gee, I was like, who the hell thought this up?
My hardest struggle is to bend it in a way so that it's tidy. And sometimes you have to like not wrap it, you have to double fold the cables so that it fits.
No,
Yeah,
my
I
wor-
know with that stuff.
and my worst is always the thickness of the cable on number 2.
Yeah.
The cable's already too short. So instead of going like that, it goes doing.
Straight
Oh,
across.
right, yeah.
That's the worst part.
When you don't have enough length.
Yes.
And if you look
You
at
can
the
always have that problem then with length.
Yeah. He's all had it.
I've always folded mine, but yeah, the test rig. If you look at the Lian, you can see the Thermaltake power supply at the bottom, and then the ribbon cables for the modular cables. I had to double fold it to get
Is there a
it.
company that actually sells aftermarket
Custom cable.
cables for power supplies?
Yeah,
Like different lengths and different colours, because like
I think you do.
and different materials, because they're like the
Yeah, it
god
is.
awful materials they
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
Like they're literally tough, stiff plastic they use.
But then
But they have to use that though because it's high voltage, right? So it has
yeah,
to be
you
that
have to
thick
you have to
copper.
get the
Yeah.
proper shielding and the
Oh.
proper But the Bits Power has a range of cables.
Yeah, but Bits Power don't sell over here.
There's a few companies you can actually measure the cable you want, send them the length, and they'll make it to your specifications.
We probably could make it ourselves. We're just too damn fucking lazy.
It's not that hard because those
Yeah.
are standard
Yeah,
headers.
you just take the header off, take the pin off the header.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's just a matter of
But there's
too damn lazy.
a crimp on the end. This is what you call it.
Yeah,
There's a metal
yeah.
crimp, so you need to re-crimp it. But then it's not too hard actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a problem with the Dell test rig. The graphics card sometimes was like 3 PCIe slots. When you plonk it, it covers the fucking power connector. So I had to manually pull the pins out, make sure the color coding is
Oh
right,
yeah, that's the most dangerous.
and then kind of bend it L shape. And then the graphics card has kind of squashed it in place. So yeah,
So did you put the plastic sheath back on?
no,
No.
it was bare.
It's bare.
So
Did you
yeah.
tape it?
I put
True.
Sellotape.
what is
Glue tack.
what magic tape they call it, isn't it? Yeah, around the
Oh, the clear.
the clear ones, yeah.
But that stuff dries up. Be careful.
I did. I know. So I had to be
It's
careful.
okay.
yeah.
That test rig's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Come
Come
back.
back to Dell. It works though. I tested it. Make sure it worked. But yeah. So hopefully that new test rig that we built is Lian Li, and we've got a video soon to show you. Portable. It's 6 years old now, but the model that came out. But we built it and we needed it, and it's still one of the most handy,
Versatile.
Yeah. Looking at the new ones from OC Bench. We posted the news on that.
OCZ.
It's OC Bench Streetcom.
Straight.
That one looks great, but you need to like
It's a monster.
you
It's a
can't
beast.
you can't carry it around and stuff like that. It's you need to like fold it and stuff like that. But this one's just you just carry it around. Really portable, really good. And we were thinking of getting the Pico projector, wasn't it? Right? Remember that?
Yeah, for here because
So
you're using the P3, right?
P3,
So what I
or
imagined
even with
was
the test rig.
on this wall here, you could put the P3 up,
Yeah,
or behind you actually,
yeah,
and then a Pico projector onto here. You got a nice white wall here,
yeah.
kind of creamy color.
What resolution does Pico projectors output?
I think it depends on which Pico. I mean, depends on which
Does it do?
price.
If we don't do full HD, right? We just do 720. That's enough, right?
No, I think you can do full HD. It's fine
Yeah.
because it's not your traditional pixel.
Yeah.
because it's
Just the resolution,
It's a-
isn't it?
yeah. Well, the resolution. Do they have resolution? They have resolution in terms of size, but not
Yeah.
actual.
So
pixel
from
density.
a Pico, they're about that big, right?
Yeah.
What's the distance you need? Is it a couple of meters?
It depends. It depends on how powerful the Pico is and which lens
Yeah.
they're using. So which brand Pico you're buying. But basically, I think this is like the next generation of Picos, which are basically taking over traditional projectors.
Mm.
Yeah, which eventually will. go
I've seen
away.
some of them. They look really nice. The Asus one, this one. There's Acer and other ones. I think, you know,
They're worth it.
portable. I mean, imagine carrying my tester, say, to a somewhere, and they don't have a monitor. I can
Just
just
to the distributors.
I can plug one of these in and
Off you go.
off I go. Yeah. So you don't lug monitors around. You can just take this with you. That'd be good.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Yeah. And USB powered and just HDMI. That's what you need. Yeah.
Mm. So I'm looking for lily pads.
Yeah. You're still looking
He's
for that.
obsessed with like modding. The next thing I can add to my PC. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my build will take a while. I mean, it'll take a while because we're still looking at components to go with it. So I did ask for a specific brand of motherboard, but unfortunately they can't send it over because it's something to do with grey imports. So I left it because that board is perfect. It has the right color scheme.
Which brand is it?
Should I say it? Well, it's a gigabyte one.
Yeah.
It's the X99 Phoenix SLI. It's white and orange. Blackboard without white and orange color scheme.
Oh, the back plate area, and then it's got like
Yeah,
the audio ports and
the
all that.
orange DIMM slots
Yeah.
and orange PCI slots. It had the white shielding,
Yeah.
so it was.
Don't you know anyone coming over to Hong Kong and you can pick it up?
I checked. Hong Kong don't even stock that. And
No,
then
I mean any friends in the US visiting.
no.
Get one of your bosses in work too.
Because I think it's still pretty not brand new, but it's still
it's in the
newish.
newish range.
Yeah, and not many places stock them, and Amazon shows it, and it's quite an expensive board. It's like $200, $300 US.
It's expensive, but I don't know.
It's not cheap.
How much did you pay for your like? Well,
Motherboard, 1,600.
Yeah, so which is about
like double the
180,
price.
Yeah, double the price. And so I'm thinking, well,
yeah, but Gigabyte makes good bloody.
yeah,
they
do.
make one of the best.
They do. So I'm thinking maybe not going through the X99 route, which is the Broadwell processor. There's no way I can get a $400 US chip just for that.
Why not? You got a P3 case, man. That's probably my favorite case out of all of them.
It's
that I've
nice,
seen
yeah.
So, far.
So I'm thinking of maybe getting it's got LGA 151, which is the Z170.
Yeah, you've completely lost me now.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the same board as his in terms of chipset. Same kind of Skylake processor. So it's still deciding, not finished yet, but we will build the case without the components in another video and see how that looks.
Yeah.
Because it's all lacquered up, ready, and it's drying. It'll take a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't think I could do much with mine. Just make it a bit look nicer. That's about it, I think. That's
Well,
all
if
I
you're
can
gonna
do.
if you're gonna go for that coolant, right? What color are you thinking of?
Lilac, milky lilac.
You can actually put UV dyes.
I don't want UV.
It's not color. It's not color.
I want UV
it's
light.
clear,
UV dye.
which makes the lilac
I don't have UV
coolant.
light.
Because when you look at a normal light, it's just lilac. But when you put the UV light on it, it goes.
Yeah. That's nice because it's the clear kind of. It's got the darkness, but it's got the clearness.
Yeah, and the lilacly fluid things. Because the UV is only UV reactive, the dye. It's not the color. It's not a dye color. It's just a clear UV reactive thing. When you put a UV light on it, then your liquid's like going through.
This is more subtle. Yeah, I think so. That with chrome
No.
fixtures.
And then you've got the LEDs, RGB.
Yeah.
You've got your
Curved fans.
Corsair fan,
Yeah.
LED. Are you going to do LED fans for your radiator?
I've ordered them.
You ordered them? So your thing is going to go like, what colour though?
They're
So,
purple.
Purple. So his theme is purple, right? So got purple theme going on there. And mine's like an orange and white theme kind of thing. Yeah.
It's quite a big contrast because you've gone light and bright. He's gone dark and mysterious.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I've got the orange and white theme going on.
Yeah.
So
Which I questioned originally because your website is white and orange,
yeah.
not orange and white. White and orange,
White and
right?
orange, yeah.
So I was thinking that looks really stupid because if you have a white computer case with orange detail,
Bits.
but yeah, and then I looked at your case because when you first sprayed it, it looked brown. I was like, what? Why is he?
Yeah.
Why is he trying to match Noctua's colours?
I had a viewer saying that about our scheme, but it's not that because the primer I applied is they don't have a white primer in Hong Kong. I looked everywhere. They only had that brown anti-rust primer, so I thought, well, that's the only thing I can find, so let's use that. So when you put the orange colour, the first coat will always look shit, yeah, brownish colour or light orange brown.
Noctua.
And so when you apply the second coat on possibly the third coat, then the orange really kicks in. And then even with the second and third coat, it's still kind of dull orange. But when you apply the lacquer on it, and the light kind of reflects it back, and
It's kind of like a white tea orange versus a bright orange, so which is
yeah.
looks a lot better than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I've got the brackets, they're white, the PCIe brackets. I've got the power supply bracket also white. So basically it's all orange and white theme. So looking maybe a white board going there.
What about your power block? That's gonna be black. You can't spray that because that will just explode in your face.
Yeah, you can't take the casing off.
You sprayed it as SSD.
Yeah, so the SSD cover is white, so it's a white block of SSD. Looks alright. And then I'm thinking of the white radiator as well. The white power water block.
You can't spray the radiator.
The XSPC comes with the white radiator if you need to buy it, but I think you can spray the radiator. So what I need to do is slip a piece of card in between the grills, right, so there's flat. Because there's a gap.
If you masking tape the actual grill bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's a gap between the
So you spray the casing of it.
casing only. Yeah.
That'd be enough, though, wouldn't it?
I seen the radiator of an XSPC, the white one, looks nice.
Is that the one that's already
Because
white
the fan will cover the radiator part. You see, you got the.
Then you need to buy.
They will.
Then you need to
until
buy.
turn it on.
But then have you
and
thought
then
about?
the fan spin and you can see through the fan.
But you got the LED.
Have you, then you need to buy white fans.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. So it's still.
That's
Not
gonna be
sure.
too much. I think because it's bright, but it already stands out. So you need some contrast, right? So you need some blacks or greys.
So some blacks and greys will be in there as well. So yeah.
No, with some white fans and
Oh,
orange fans.
another thing which is long term, I haven't even thought about it, is you've seen those
condoms.
those transparent LCD displays, right?
You've been obsessing with these.
I'm obsessed with this because there's one Coke vending machine I've seen that you can check out on YouTube. Just search for Coke vending machine transparent LCD display.
Coca-Cola, not Coke.
Coca-Cola. And the screen is just amazing. It's basically clear, so you can see the product, right? Of the Coke's cans and stuff like that. But then some graphics comes in, and it's just amazing.
Glass, right?
Glass, yeah.
This one clear window, I guess. But
So-
there's a screen inside the window.
Yeah. So when it's off, you can see the actual product, or you can see through. But when you switch it on to show, say, imagine we put vendor logos in there and our own videos, whatever. Then the video graphics will come on display.
Little animation.
Yeah. You can
Like a
program-
Pikachu running around your orange PC.
Yeah, you can put your windows on there, but it's just something that But the P3 acrylic window is 17 or 18 by 18, so if I can fit something even, but finding that is impossible. I can't find it. Well, I seen.
It hasn't found it yet.
You haven't found it yet, but even if you find it, what's the price? That's the thing. So
China, some gen company will have it.
yeah, that'd be interesting. Right, so that's all the tech talk for today. So what have you been up to? I was in Guangzhou working, so that's why we haven't done this podcast.
I've been playing with Arduinos and drilling holes and
I've been tired.
You said you wanted a heatsink, no? About something.
Oh shit, we got the heatsink.
Yeah, no, because my friend, when he moved out of Hong Kong, he left me this big amplifier.
Oh, you need the heatsink.
Because you know those ones, the guitar amps?
The portable ones, yeah.
Yeah, so you got all these buttons and stuff. And for ages I was thinking, well, if I sell it, I don't get much money from it. But it's a nice speaker, but I don't really know what to do with it. So I don't know what to do with it. So I just sit there for a while. So I took it apart. And that's like desoldering everything.
But what do you need the heatsink for?
Because this tiny little amplifier chip,
Yeah.
when you look online and then when everyone else builds one, their heat sinks are this big because it produces that much heat.
So you need to put that heatsink on top of this chip.
Yeah. You need to screw it into it.
Because if it gets so hot, it desolders everything off it.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It desolders itself off the board.
Because this is like, I think it's like a 64 watt amplifier or whatever wattage, I don't really understand. Which then I realised once I started taking things apart and researching that I can't actually build something because it needs to be full power versus not 12 volts.
Oh, you mean the full mains power?
Yeah. So like I ain't going there because I'll end up exploding the house and then killing myself.
And then obviously you've been busy with your build, right?
Yes.
Cool.
My build.
Lots of swearing.
Yeah. You should get some more photos.
It's hard and it's dark.
I guess. But it's still
it's quite hard
just take the photos. Well, actually, up to you. I mean, when you finish building your water cooler for your graphics card, you can take some photos. That'll be interesting.
It's going to take a while to get all the pieces together, measurements.
Or just get the current photos and then just write whatever, post it on the site for people to admire. To admire. So, I think that'll be it for this week.
Yeah.
So we'll have more next week with more videos. We did the Sennheiser HD800S, and there's also
the MKE2
mic,
lightning connected
mic,
lavalier mic.
Lavalier mic, using which software?
Apogee Master Recorder or something.
Yeah, but so those will be online, so do check it out. And lots more content to check out our website. So that's it. Well, thanks for watching. Until then, Funkykit.com.
Funkykit.com.
Bye.
Bye.